OnePlus 13s has just been released and it is a very compact model that is quite inspired by the iPhone, although in design it seems to be inspired by Google as well. This seems to be a combination of a Pixel and an iPhone. Allow me to share the specifications with you, little by little, starting with the design, because I already anticipated you that it seems to be a Pixel. In this case, it comes in black, green and pink colors, and an action button is added in the purest iPhone style. In fact, through software, it looks practically identical, so you can do several things with OnePlus. Bids farewell to the alert slider right after Apple bid farewell to its own Switch, so I believe OnePlus is somewhat fixated on Apple. This is a more compact device, so we are going to have a 6.32-inch LTPO OLED display with it, 1.5K resolution, 120Hz refresh rate, and 1600 nits peak brightness. Furthermore, we are going to discover glass 2.5D. Just keep in mind that it apparently won't have any Gorilla Glass protection or similar features, at least that's not mentioned in its specifications. What is integrated is stereo sound to fulfill as a flagship, while the front camera will be 32 megapixels, although we already know that these sensors generally translate into photographs that look like 8 megapixels in level of detail. This front camera has an f2.0 aperture, which is the sensor's official resolution. This front camera features an f2 aperture, and luckily comes with autofocus, suggesting that it is a very high quality front camera. We would need to see it in real life scenarios, but at least based on the specifications it appears promising. For the back, we will discover the main camera of 50 megapixels with Sony Litia 700 sensor. In addition, also image stabilization, f1.8, aperture and optical stabilization. They haven't chosen to put an ultra wide, which is the strategy that most manufacturers use, but have opted for a configuration of main camera and telephoto camera. So we are looking at a 50 megapixel camera with the JN5 ISOCELL sensor, with aperture 2.0 and optical zoom at 2 times, with autofocus obviously. So it looks like going for a good quality zoom, though I'd have liked to see maybe triple. I find it puzzling why many manufacturers today include both a main camera and a 2x telephoto camera in their devices. It seems they're unsure about the need for this combo, yet they continue doing it. It's baffling why they choose this setup. If you think about it, having both the main and 2x telephoto cameras like is something several manufacturers insist on. These are the choices the reasoning isn't clear to me. For video recording, the rear cameras can achieve 4K at 60 frames per second, while the front camera maintains 4K at 30 frames per second. Despite being a compact device in reality, we are going to see a good battery integration, having a capacity of 5,850 milliamps, packing 80 watts. We also need to check if these 80 watts are effectively used, as OnePlus shares tech with Oppo. I have tested several Oppo cell phones which in theory support an 80 watts load, however, when the tests reach 40 watts, which is quite disappointing. So, all these specs must always be tested. Here, we find Oxygen OS 15, based on Android 15, running on this device. As of now, they haven't provided any update policy, but it appears it might align with the rest of the OnePlus 13 series. Therefore, it is expected to receive 4 years of software updates, although this information isn't official. The device comes with several artificial intelligence features, including automatic reframing of your photos. The traditional object eraser and glass reflection eraser can refocus a slightly shaky image and enhance details using artificial intelligence. It also supports voice recording summaries, compatible with WhatsApp, Snapchat, and other apps. So it offers great features. It's important to note that this has been a global launch, but in reality, is a device based on the OnePlus T that was presented in China. However, here the only difference will be the capacity. The battery, which like many times before has been, in China it's larger, globally it's smaller, but they at least changed the device's name because Xiaomi and other manufacturers start the device with that name. Even though they have varying battery capacities, this device for now has been launched in India. There is still no official information regarding its possible arrival in other markets, but the base model is priced at 54,999 rupees, which is more or minus $640. Although the prices here differ from those over there. However, I almost forgot to mention the processor, which is likely the feature that will catch your attention the most and be of great interest to you. In this price range, it features the Snapdragon 8 Elite, today's top processor, accompanied by LPDDR5X RAM and 4-point UFS storage technology. 0 in 12 and 256 or 12 and 512 gigabyte configurations. So I think it's clear that it's a remarkably attractive device in terms of specs because it's so compact and more But now we have to wait to see if they will be distributed outside of India, because for now, it appears that it is going to be exclusive only for that region, which is quite unusual since it has been announced as a global launch